Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness, and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the just is as the shining light, that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. The way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at what they stumble.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for visiting our puppet show. We are excited to tell you a story. It is based on The Carpenter from Skyship Dreamer by John Fornoff and Randy Totino. Robbie was walking home from school one day when he noticed something on the sidewalk. As he got closer, he saw it was a wallet. He picked it up, opened it, and his eyes lit up. Wow, there was a lot of money in the wallet, more than he'd ever seen in his life.
Finders keepers, losers weepers,
he exclaimed. He was so excited, he ran the rest of the way home. He couldn't wait to show his mom. She was already cooking dinner when he arrived.
Hi, honey. How was school today?
It was okay, Mom. But look what I found!
Where did you get this?
On Oak Street, right on the sidewalk outside of Moe's Barbecue. There's a lot of money in there.
Yeah, there sure is.
Maybe you could get it to get a new washing machine. We need one really bad.
Sit down for a minute, Robbie. Do you think we should keep this?
It's like digging up a treasure, Mom. And you sure could use it. Finders keepers, losers weepers.
I see. Let me ask you a question. How would you feel if this was my wallet filled with all this money and I lost it?
I'd feel really bad.
Losers, weepers? How would you like to be the loser?
I guess I wouldn't.
Do you think the person who lost all this money feels the same way right now?
Yeah.
There's a driver's license in here. Oh, this belongs to Mr. Hastings, the nice old man 2 blocks down the street. I'll bet he's pulling his hair out trying to find this. He probably doesn't have much money. What do you think we should do?
I guess we should take it to him.
You guess?
I'd like to return it.
Robbie, there's a wonderful verse in Proverbs that says, "The path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day." We don't always see why we should do right. Keep on doing the right thing anyway. God always rewards when you do the right thing in order to obey him.
Robbie and his mom walked the 2 blocks and heard Mr. Hastings in his backyard workshop. The man looked up as they approached.
Oh, hello there. Can I help you?
My son has something for you.
I found this on the sidewalk, sir. My mom saw your driver's license in there, so we know it's yours.
Wow, I've been going crazy looking for this. Well, I can see we have a very honest young man here.
He turned to Robbie's mom.
My compliments. You're obviously a mother who has raised a good son.
He has a good heart and wants to do the right thing.
Well, young man, you have saved me. I wouldn't have been able to pay for my medications without this money.
Are you sick, Mr. Hastings?
Oh no, I'm just old. When you reach a certain age, you tend to need a little more medicine just to keep you going. But it can get kind of expensive.
Robbie started to look at all the things around the workshop. There were planks of wood and a lot of tools. There were some tables, chairs, and even some birdhouses.
Mom, look at all this cool stuff. Do you make all this, Mr. Hastings?
As a matter of fact, I did. I spent most of my life as a carpenter. I still like to build things when I have the energy. In fact, I built this house when I was much younger.
Wow, that is neat. Is that your bicycle?
Oh, no, young man. I'm much too old to ride a bicycle. That belongs to the Carson boy who lived just across the street. They moved a while ago. Everyone knows I can fix things, so Mr. Carson asked me to work on it after the chain broke. Then they moved, and I guess they forgot about it. He called me afterwards and said I could keep it. It's been here ever since. I can't spare any cash to give you a reward, but would you like that nice bike? It's practically new.
Really? I can have it? Thanks, Mr. Hastings.
Well, thank you, young man, for being so honest.
They all started to walk toward the front yard, with Robbie pushing a shiny new reward.
Do you live here alone, Mr. Hastings?
Oh, yes. My wife died several years ago, and we never had any children. I wish we did. Especially nowadays. Lately, I haven't had the energy to do even the simple things. Just look at my yard. There's so many leaves. You can't even see the grass, but I get tired so easily and I can't rake them all.
I'll bet Mr. Hastings could use some help.
I can't do much, but I can rake yards. I'd be happy to do it for you.
That's very generous, son, but I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to pay you. And it's a lot of work.
But Robbie wanted something other than money.
Can you show me how to build stuff?
Oh, you mean you'd like to learn a little bit about carpentry?
Yes, sir. That would be great. Maybe I could even make a nice table for my mom.
It's a deal, son.
As I was riding underneath the sky, my heart was tempted, and I told a lie. It seemed so little, and it looked so tame, but soon this evil brought my heart to shame. Tell the truth, never tell a lie. Oh, tell the truth till the day you die. My little story started out so small, but it got bigger and my tales grew tall. I tried to cover all my wicked sin till someone caught me and I lied again. Tell the truth, never tell a lie. Oh, tell the truth till the day you die.
Please learn your lesson from this little song, or you will never tell the right from wrong. When your dishonest evil seed is sown, and you'll regret it when the truth is known.
Tell the truth, never tell a lie. Oh, tell the truth till the day you die. Oh, tell the truth till the day you die.
Can you show me how to build stuff?
Oh, you mean you'd like to learn a little bit about carpentry?
Yes, sir. That would be great. Maybe I could even make a nice table for my mom.
It's a deal, son.
During the next year, Robbie did all sorts of things for Mr. Hastings. He did yard work, ran to the grocery store, and picked up his medications. He also got quite an education, learning all sorts of things about being a carpenter. He loved the feel of the wood after he sanded it, and the smell of the wood shavings covering the floor of the workshop. Every day, he rushed down to the workshop as soon as he finished his homework. He knew he wanted to be a carpenter when he grew up. His proudest moment came at Christmas, when he gave his mother a little sewing table he had made himself. Then one day, he saw flashing red lights as he approached the workshop. There was an ambulance outside Mr. Hastings' house. Several neighbors were gathered around. Robbie asked another boy what had happened. Mr. Hastings had died. Robbie's heart sank. He slumped to the ground and buried his head in his hands. After a while, he got up and slowly walked back home, with tears still running down his face. It was the first time he had known anyone who died. He had lost a good friend. His mom looked up when he returned home.
Back already? What's wrong?
Mom, Mr. Hastings, he died.
I'm so sorry, Robbie.
Why did he have to die, Mom?
It was his time for God to call him home. I know, sweetie, it hurts to lose a good friend. I'm glad you got to spend so much time with him. He taught you so much.
He did. I learned an awful lot.
A few months later, Robbie answered the door and found a business lady standing there.
Hello?
I'll bet you're Robbie.
Yes, ma'am.
Are your parents home?
Can I help you?
Hi, I'm Mrs. Bell, the lawyer for Mr. Hastings.
Oh, such a nice man. My son misses him. They were great friends.
Well, I have something for your son.
So what's this about, Mrs. Bell?
As you probably know, Mr. Hastings had no children or relatives at all. A short time ago, he came to my office and asked me to write up his will. He left everything to you, young man.
I don't understand. What is a will?
When people go to heaven, they usually want all their belongings to go to those who they care about. A will is like a special goodbye gift. It's something for you to remember him by. It tells you how much you are loved. When Mr. Hastings came to my office, he told me what a wonderful young man you were and how much he enjoyed your company. You had helped him with errands and yard work. You had returned his wallet. Your honesty impressed him. So he wanted you to have everything he owned, especially his carpentry tools and everything in his workshop.
How about that? He gave everything to you, Robbie. All those tools so you can build things.
Mr. Hastings gave me all his tools?
Yes, they're all yours. Not only that, but he knew you wanted to be a carpenter when you grew up. So all the money we get from selling his house is in a college fund for you. You made an impression on Mr. Hastings. He said you were the son he never had.
That's incredibly generous.
Here's everything you need along with my phone number. Just call if you have any questions. It's been a pleasure meeting you, young man.
Nice to meet you too, Mrs. Bell. And thanks.
Thank you. Mr. Hastings thought so much of you that he gave you everything he had, including what he knew, which was the most valuable gift.
Mom, remember that verse you told me about the path of the just? The path that shines more and more until the perfect day?
Yes.
I think I see it now.
That night at dinner, Robbie thought about his friend and his future. He imagined himself using those tools, building his own house. Then he remembered something he learned in Sunday school the past week.
Mom, Jesus was a carpenter.
Yes, his father was also a carpenter and taught him just the way Mr. Hastings taught you. You can learn a lot from carpenters, and even though Mr. Hastings is gone, you still have a very special carpenter looking after you every day.
Obedience is the very best way to show that you believe. Doing exactly what the Lord commands, doing it happily. Action is the key, do it immediately. Joy you will receive. Obedience is the very best way to show that you believe.
We want to live pure, we want to live clean, we want to do our best, sweetly submitting to authority, leaving to God the rest.
Walking in the light,
Keeping our attitude right on the narrow way. For if we be